is Max from MaxiGreen.com, and welcome to the Speak Your Mind Fearlessly mini course. In these videos, I'll be giving you 4 surefire strategies to help you stop worrying about what other people think and start speaking your mind with no fear so that you can start living on your own terms. And this is the last video in our series, video 4, Fling Compassion, like glitter. So I hope you've seen through the other videos in this series, if your goal is to have a hashtag no fucks given approach to life, you really kind of have to detach yourself from others. Not in the sense of being emotionally distant or unavailable or becoming an unfeeling automaton that barrels through and over people in pursuit of what you want, but in that beautiful, what you eat don't make me shit kind of way that we talked about in video 2. It's about not taking the feelings and opinions of others on as your burden to carry or as some kind of obstacle to navigate. It's about not letting that energy infect yours and affect how you move through life. Whoops. The essence of the no fucks given attitude is that you know who you are, you know what's right and true for you, and you act in loving service of that always. And if other people have a problem with it or feel some type of way about it, there's nothing you can do about it. It's their stuff, and it's not proof that you're doing something wrong. But again, if you're barreling through life doing what's right and true for you and resenting or begrudging other people's reactions to it, you're not really going to be creating very good juju for yourself. See, there's a way to acknowledge how other people may choose to be affected by your approach to life without letting it stop you or push you into hiding. And that way is called compassion. See, what keeps us caught up in what other people think is when we choose to validate their judgment, to treat it as something to fear or something to even consider in our approach to life. When we have a hashtag no fucks given attitude, we stop letting those energies pull us into fear and hiding. Instead, we choose to fling compassion and keep it moving. If someone thinks you're selfish or you're mean or you're being a bitch because you're doing what's right for you, instead of letting that bog you down and hold you back like you used to, now you just send them compassion so you can liberate yourself into more peace, more love, and more freedom. Now, compassion does not mean becoming a doormat and just lying down and letting people manipulate you or run over you. You're not indulging people's temper tantrums or giving in to their emotional manipulations and letting their needs dictate yours anymore. We're off that. You're not collapsing into sympathy or trying to save people from how they choose to experience your life choices. Compassion is about just acknowledging their experience without taking it on as your own. Let me give you an example. Say you've been babysitting your sister's kids every Friday night for years so she can have a girls' night out with her friends. And say that even though you love your sister and you love her kids and you're happy to give her that much needed downtime, the truth is that you're always balls tired on a Friday night and you always wish you could just have the time for yourself that you've been wishing for, but you don't want to tell your sister that because you don't want to make her mad. You don't want her to think you're a bad person or you're selfish, or you were afraid that she would judge you for not wanting to help her out. And so let's say you watch the other videos in this series and you've cultivated your hashtag no fucks given approach to life and you've balled up and told her, I can't do it every Friday anymore. And let's say she freaks the fuck out. She collapses into tears and she's like, how can you do this to me? You know I need you. What am I supposed to do now? What's the big deal? You're just being lazy. You're so selfish. What do? Well, you know the old way of just caving in and giving in to her needs is not the move for you anymore. That's the opposite of no fucks given. And there will be the temptation to just be like, you need to get over it. I have been doing it for years and I don't want to do it anymore, and that's my right to do what's right for me, and you just need to calm down, and so on and so on. Because the truth is that sometimes when we first step into this no fucks given approach to life, we can be a bit of a hard ass. But that's not really the move either. And this is where compassion comes in. We fling compassion for her experience of the situation, even if it doesn't match your truth of it. Instead of looking at her like she's a selfish brat, you can acknowledge that she is disappointed and let down. You can acknowledge that she feels hopeless at the idea of finding someone else to babysit. She feels like you are doing something to hurt her. To show compassion is to acknowledge her feelings without taking ownership of them. You can accept that that's the way she sees things without letting that affect how you see them. And it's from that place of acknowledgement and acceptance that you interact with her. Flinging compassion is about not countering anger and outrage and indignation with more of your own, even if you feel you're entitled to it. It's about empathizing. It's about showing kindness to the other person's experience. It's the difference between saying, get over it, you have no right to be mad at me, and saying, I'm sorry that you feel hurt by this. And I get that you might be thinking, but Max, you just spent the first 3 videos telling me that other people's reactions have nothing to do with me, and now you're telling me that I have to consider them. And quite frankly, it may be confusing, but it's the truth. Because having a no fucks given attitude to life without having compassion is basically just makes you an asshole. Showing some love and empathy to the people in your life and to their reactions to your path, that's what makes living on your own terms an act of love and truth. That's how you model to other people your way of being. That's how people come to accept and appreciate your no fucks given approach to life. That's how they get to see it as an expression of love and truth, rather than as a selfish act of destruction. Because honestly, if you're going to just be railroading all over people with no care or consideration for their feelings because you #give no fucks, there probably aren't going to be a lot of people left in your life after a while, and it's going to be really hard to sustain. Because remember, a no fucks given attitude is not about being a jerk. It's about walking a path of love and light and truth. And by injecting compassion into it, you can inspire other people in your life to walk the same path. And that's what we want. That's the most beautiful thing. So that's the last tip in our series, and I really hope that you had as much fun watching them as I had making them for you, and that you are ready to break the chains of other people's feelings about what you think and say and do, and step into your #no fucks given attitude towards life. If you want more tips, more advice, more strategies for how to live a life of love and light and truth, visit me at maxigreen.com or follow me on Facebook and Instagram at @TheMaxiGreen. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.